What's up, everybody? My name is Josh LaFleur from Late Start Piano. Today we are going to be talking about the importance of knowing chord shapes at the piano. So this is going to be why learning the physical movement as far as where your hand is, what hand your shape should be in, is a lot more important than actually thinking about each individual notes that make up the chord. And we're going to get into all that in a second. So first of all, we can start with C major. If you play C major in the right hand, which is the note C, E, G, you would typically use your thumb, your middle finger, and then your pinky when you play that triad C major chord. When you play C major chord in first inversion in the right hand, you would play E with your thumb, G with your index, and your pinky would play C up top. Then to play second inversion C major, you would do thumb on G, middle finger C, pinky E. Okay, that's nice, but what about something else? What about a chord that's completely unrelated? Let's say A flat major. So we have A flat, C, and E flat. Now let's say we want to play this in first inversion. We would again use the thumb, pointer finger, pinky. That's first inversion. What about second inversion? Thumb, middle finger, and C, your pinky. Okay, what about, let's take, how about F sharp? F sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. Root position, again, thumb, middle finger, pinky. First inversion would be thumb, pointer finger, pinky. Second inversion, thumb, middle finger, pinky. So if you haven't noticed this, which hopefully you did, but if you did not, I will just say it out loud. All those inversions we played in the right hand are the exact same no matter what the chord is. And this is why the shapes matter so much when you're playing the piano. Instead of thinking about each individual note, you can think about a lot more in shapes, and that's going to help you out because you're not going to be thinking about such a micro level. You can kind of zoom out, look at the chord as a whole, look at which position you want to play the chord in, and then just shape your hand to play that chord. So the positions were, again, for triads in the right hand specifically. We had for root position, thumb, middle finger, pinky. For first inversion, we had thumb, pointer, pinky. Second inversion, we had thumb, middle finger, and pinky. So you already know the shapes for every single chord now in the right hand for every single inversion. They're going to be the same for triads. You can take anything. Let's take B flat. We'll do first inversion. So we have D, pointer finger, pinky. D, F, and B flat. That's B flat first inversion. How about we take a, which one we haven't done yet? How about A? A major second inversion. We'd have thumb, middle finger, and pinky. Second inversion, A major. So when you start to know these shapes, you don't have to think about, again, each individual note. They can come to you much more quickly, much more easily. And this is all about getting that muscle memory along with a little bit of theory, because if you don't know exactly what the chords are, if you're brand new, let's say you don't know how to play a D flat major, well, if you know the shape, that's great, but if you don't know the individual notes to start off, it's not as helpful. But you can learn the notes very quickly. So you can play D flat in, we can do first position, right? F, A flat, D flat. And then as you know the notes, now you don't even have to think about it. You just put your hand on the notes that need to be played. It's much more quicker, much more easier, and it puts less stress on your brain. So just remember that. First inversion or root position, that should be easy. I'm sure you play a lot of root positions. First inversion, you're using your pointer finger with your thumb and pinky. Second inversion, still using your thumb and pinky, but you're using your pointer finger. In the left hand, it's the exact opposite. Okay, so root position is still the same. You have C, E, G, thumb, middle finger, and pinky. But for first inversion, it's the second inversion position with the right hand because they're a mirrored image. So to play a first inversion chord with your left hand, it would be pinky, pointer finger, and thumb. That would be first inversion in the left hand. Second inversion in the left hand would be pinky, pointer finger, and thumb. Right? So left hand, C major root position, C, E, G. notice the fingers we're using. First inversion for the right hand would be thumb, pointer, pinky. First inversion for the left hand is pinky, middle finger, and your thumb. Okay? Then we do this again. Second inversion, now we're using your thumb, middle finger, pinky. For the second inversion with the left hand is pinky, index or pointer finger, thumb. So they're the opposites. But same thing in the left hand, no matter what chord we choose, no matter what the inversion is for triads, we know what exactly the hand position should be. So we can take a new one. Let's try G major. So G major, second inversion, okay? So we have D with the pinky, pointer finger, G in the middle, thumb and B in the left hand. Right, that's second inversion. We do another second inversion chord. Let's take something completely unrelated like E flat. E flat in second inversion, we would have B flat, E flat, again with the pointer, and G. So same. We can take first inversion. We do, let's try F. First inversion F, pointer finger, thumb. We do a first inversion. Let's try something about D major. First inversion, F sharp, or excuse me, A, D, and F sharp. Right, same kind of fingerings as you go. So it's important to think about the shape, and once you get good with this, once you can actually put some speed behind it, it's going to save you a lot of time, especially if you're just working on the primary chords. You think of like the 1, 4, 5 chords in the scale, right? It's the same position, the same hand shape for each one, and that's your primary chords. Those chords will come up again and again in almost every single song you play. The first chord, the fourth, and the fifth, right? And for those, we can do, start in the root position, C, E, G. Then the fourth chord in C major would be F major. So we'd play second inversion. And you know how to play a second inversion F major chord in your right hand. Then we go back to the root. Then we can play a fifth chord, which would be G. So we can do it like this, first inversion. Right? And now you're switching between these chords a lot smoother, a lot faster. And it's basically the same shape for every single key. We can take A major. So playing the 1, the 4 would be D major. 5 would be E. Right? We take something like F major. All the shapes are the exact same. So it can help you, again, move a lot faster. It's going to help you with your music theory. It's going to help you identifying chords as well. If you keep that hand shape and just become conscious, become aware of the hand shape that you're making when playing the piano, especially with these specific chords. So I hope that helps. If you're interested in learning a little bit more, I do have a free PDF. It's a free guide on my website, ladestarpiano.com. It's going to give you 34 essential tips that brand new adult beginner piano players need to learn. It's going to help you play your favorite songs faster. It's going to help you play them easier. And it's going to help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls that I made in my first year of learning the piano. So if you're in your first year and that sounds interesting to you, go ahead to my website, ladestarpiano.com. Click on that big bright purple button on that page, enter in your name and email address, and you'll have instant access to that guide. Again, my name is Josh LaFleur from Late Star Piano, and happy practicing.